I'm literally wearing my UC Santa Cruz sweater, which is so nice, and I bought it on sale for $20 at the bookstore on Valentine's Day. The first Valentine's Day that me and my boyfriend ever celebrated. We were gonna buy it for each other, but then I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy his, and he was gonna buy mine. So we just ended up buying our own. Okay, anyway. Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Carolyn, if you're new here. And in today's video, I wanted to talk about the topic of whether or not UC Santa Cruz is considered to be a bad school. And I actually thought about this topic because I was browsing my Quora the other day and I realized that I answered this question that said, is going to UC Santa Cruz shameful? And I remember reading the question and just being like, why would anyone think going to UC Santa Cruz be shameful? And then I realized that I was that kind of person back in high school. Like, if you asked me that question, like, is going to UC Santa Cruz shameful? I would have immediately just been like, yes. Going to UC Santa Cruz is shameful, because I had that mindset of thinking like, oh, well, schools like UC Berkeley and UCLA are at the top, while schools like UC Santa Cruz and UC Riverside are like at the bottom. Like, I remember like I had upperclassmen who went to those schools and I would think like, oh man, they must have like not done enough in school or like been that smart or something. But then I just realized that going to college is such a privilege. College is honestly just like what you make of it. So I guess I wanted to talk a little bit about what I thought about my experience at UC Santa Cruz. But let me go back a little bit. So basically in high school, I went to a very competitive high school. Like, we had like 20 people who went to UC Berkeley, 20 people who went to UC Davis. We had like a lot of people also going to out-of-state, private schools, Ivy Leagues. And yeah, it was just really competitive. People took 4 to 5 AP classes. They did a lot of extracurriculars. People started clubs that I have literally never heard of. And I think they like ended up disappearing after they graduated because it was more for college applications. I just remember like in high school when I got accepted to UC Santa Cruz, I didn't think anything of it. I was very like, oh, I'm not gonna go here. I used to go around, I used to tell people that I was not going to UC Santa Cruz. I used to be like, this school is like on a hill surrounded by forest and nature, and I was just like not about it. Then I got accepted and realized that that was pretty much the only choice I had, because I only applied to UCs and it was either that, UC Merced, or UC Riverside. And Riverside was way too far. My brother went to Riverside and my mom was not happy with that. Out of those choices, I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll go to Santa Cruz. It's just funny because like I told people I wasn't gonna go there and then I ended up going there. And honestly, I think that in the conditions that I went in, I would do it again in a heartbeat, because I met some of the best people. I met my boyfriend, I met like close friends, I met like friends that I made from like organizations and clubs that I joined. I don't know, I just had this realization that like college is honestly what you make of it. And I hope that if you're watching this and you got accepted to UC Santa Cruz, you would actually think about it, because UC Santa Cruz is actually such a nice school. Well, not anymore, to be honest, because when I graduated, it just felt very cramped and overflowed, and there's a housing crisis. Anyways, I'd say that what's really nice is that everyone, for the most part, is like pretty chill at UC Santa Cruz. And also the fact that we do have like a lot of nature, hikes, beaches, all that good stuff. It's like really pretty views, like Natural Bridges is nice, the boardwalk is pretty close. I would say get involved, meet a lot of people. Actually meet as many people as you possibly can. College is like the one place where you can actually meet a huge group of people, and it's just like, it's not weird. Like, you can go up to people and just talk to them and you can just be friends. Like, I feel like in like, I guess the real world, it's like so weird to do that nowadays, you know? Like, people just don't approach people anymore, especially during COVID. Please stay 6 feet apart. If you go to a school like UC Berkeley or something, or UCLA, but you don't get involved and you don't make friends or connections, then like, I feel like that's not that good of an experience. My sister actually went to UC Berkeley, and I don't know, I guess I just thought like, oh my gosh, UC Berkeley is so prestigious, like everyone wants to go there, it's super well known and everything. But does the material change when you go to UC Berkeley? Like, yes, maybe you might have like a professor who ended up writing the book. That's how my sister ended up having to pay for like really expensive $200 textbooks. I don't know if you guys know what I'm saying. I'm just trying to say that like the material does not change. Like when you take algebra or calculus or other classes. Yeah, I think professors in general will just be bad at any college. Like my sister said that she had some of the worst professors ever. And I realized that a lot of professors there just want to do research. And also, a lot of the professors at UC Santa Cruz, they came from really good schools. Like a lot of people came from like Ivy Leagues, from Berkeley or LA. I've had some really great professors at UC Santa Cruz, but I've also had some not so great professors at UC Santa Cruz. So I think the one biggest thing that I've realized when graduating is that when you go to UC Santa Cruz, you have to work a lot harder than people who went to Berkeley or LA, because potential employers, they like to go to these schools and host these career fairs. It's just super annoying because I feel like not as many companies go over to UC Santa Cruz because they're like, oh, like we want people from Berkeley or Santa Barbara or whatever. So I've just noticed that you have to work a lot harder in terms of getting a job and like networking. But I have plenty of friends who have jobs at like big tech companies like Google, Tesla, and Facebook, and they all went to UC Santa Cruz. I think I wanted to list out a lot of pros in this video, but I realized that after I left, it didn't really get as good. But yeah, I guess that's my short take on UC Santa Cruz. I think the whole idea of this video is that whatever college that you get accepted to, just be grateful that you are going to college, because going to college is a privilege. Just make the most of your college experience. You're there to meet new people, have a good time, join new clubs, find your interests. I think the one thing I regretted was not taking dance classes or learning how to dance in college, because I really want to learn how to dance. So yeah, I guess that's it. So if you like this video, please give it a like, comment down below whether or not you found this video helpful. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on your post notifications if you have not already. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.